Hi guys, welcome to Overland AZ. Today I just want to show you a product that I've been testing for the last week while I've been on a trip, and that is the MORRflate 4-tire inflator. I'm going to show you how to air down with this and how to air up, how easy it is to use this thing, and how easy it is to pack away inside your rig. We're also going to be using this with the Tuff Stuff 4x4 compressor. This puts out plenty of air to fill up all 4 tires at the same time. We've been using this exact compressor for about 3 years now. No issues whatsoever, but it's just been within the last week that we've been using it with the 4-tire inflator. Alright guys, so let's first take a look by taking this thing out of the bag and see what comes with this. Comes in a nice carrying case. So, immediately wrapped up in there, you have the main contents of the kit. This is kind of the heart of it here, your valve block. This is what splits the air between all 4 tires. You have your air chucks that lock onto all 4 tires. So these, when you plug them into your valve stem, it doesn't let any air out until they're all hooked up and you're going through the valve block here. You have your connection for the actual air compressor itself. And then last, and probably most important, you have your gauge so you know how much tire pressure you're putting in it. I'm gonna go ahead, run around, get this hooked up on all 4 tires. I'm aired down right now from our last trip. We're gonna air back up, and then once we're aired up, we'll air back down so we're ready to go hit the trail again. Alright, so we got all 4 hooked up to the tires. One thing I want to point out is no matter how messy I throw this thing back in the bag, these lines don't kink up, they don't tangle. When you saw I pulled it out before, it was kind of a rat's nest in there. I didn't really do a great job of rolling it up last time. I was kind of in a rush. I mean, this stuff literally, it just goes back to shape and it doesn't kink up. So really good high quality airline. I have no leaks with anything, so I'm extremely pleased with that. Well, let's go ahead and get the compressor hooked up. Obviously, when you run your compressor, you want to make sure that the Jeep is running because the compressor does draw a ton of power. So we'll get the compressor hooked up, we'll get the Jeep running, and then we're going to go ahead and air up all 4 tires. We'll go up to about 35 PSI, and then once we get there, we'll air back down again. So one of the coolest things about this, with this gauge here, it's digital, so it's going to be more accurate than an analog gauge. But when all 4 tires are hooked up at the same time, it equalizes the pressure between all 4. So after you stop airing up or after you stop airing down, you just let it sit for a minute and all the tires equalize so that they're all at the same exact PSI. Right now we're about 14 PSI. Like I said, we're going to try to go up to about 35. I'm going to time it and see how long that takes. We'll see. This is definitely faster from my experience than going 1 tire at a time. All the tires are reading at 14 PSI. We're also going to start a timer on this so we can see how long it actually takes us to air up to 35 PSI. So we'll hit this button here in a second, and now all 4 are filling up. Alright guys, so you saw that. It took us about just over 11 minutes to air all 4 tires up, where we were up to 35 PSI. It did take a little bit longer than it took back home in Phoenix, and I attribute that to our elevation. So here where we are in Colorado, we're probably about 10,000, 10,500 feet. In Arizona, we're only about 1,200 feet. So when I tested this at home before the trip, it only took us about 8 minutes, but still not bad. You're not hunching over for all 4 tires, trying to air all 4 up. You're just just hooking all of them up at one time, letting it go. You go grab a drink, pack your gear away, whatever you need to do. So it definitely makes it a lot easier. Now, I was going to just air down again while we're here at this spot. We decided to go hit a different trail. It's about 20 miles away on pavement. So now that I'm aired up, I'm just gonna leave it aired up where I'm at. I'm at 35 PSI. It's a good pavement pressure. We're gonna head up to the trail, and then once we get there, we're gonna hook this thing back up and air back down to about 15 PSI or so for that trail. Alright guys, so we're here at the beginning of our trail. We're gonna do the corkscrew trail next. Like we just left off, we were at 35 PSI when we aired up. I'm gonna time me hooking this thing back up, so all the way out of the bag to connecting it to the Jeep, airing down to probably somewhere between 15 and 18 PSI just for comfort on the trail. We're gonna time and see how long that takes. We know, usually it takes 20 minutes to air up and air down usually, so we've already beat the air up time. Let's see if we can beat the air down time. Real quick, I just want to show you how easy it is to connect these and disconnect these from your valve stems. You literally just line it up, push it on, and it's on there. It's not going anywhere. It's airtight, and this is going to hold your pressure until you turn your compressor on or release pressure to air down. And when you're done, pull back and it pops right off. Alright guys, so we got this thing hooked up. We're letting the air out. It took us about, I don't know if you can see that, maybe a minute just to get everything connected on all four, taken out of the bag, disconnect all the valve caps and hook these up. Let's see where we're at. So we're already down to about 24 PSI at 2-minute mark. So I'd say we're doing pretty good. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see this. We're at about 15.5 PSI at 3 minutes, 39 seconds. So 4 minutes to air down, hooking everything up, taking it all out of the bag. We just got to bundle it up. We know that's going to take about a minute. So pretty good time, happy with that. Alright guys, so it took us about 11 minutes to air up from about 14 PSI up to 35. It's taken us only 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to air back down to about 18 PSI again. So I gotta say, this thing's great. The quality, the buildmanship is fantastic. Tyler from MORRflate gives really good service. He helped me out in making sure the mine was set up properly for what I needed with my air compressor. The Tuff Stuff air compressor does a fantastic job of filling up the tires timely, and it just doesn't take forever. I'm gonna save so much time with this thing now. I used to spend 5 to 7 minutes per tire punching over, hooking up the air compressor, turning it on, turning it off, checking the pressure, and now it's just gonna be as simple as hooking up all 4 tires, being able to check all 4 at the same time, and being done with it. So definitely recommend this kit. Again, it's the MORRflate from my